In our previous video, we had discussed about the various challenges to our democracy. So let's come to the last part of this session. So it was a long session because I need to tell you the details of everything. Now there are different challenges, and they are harming the Indian democracy in a way. In this video, we are going to discuss about the and in this video we are going to discuss the various conditions that are required for the successful venture of Indian democracy. So we have read about inequalities. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to remove the social economic inequalities to ensure development of all regions. There should be total literacy in the states, and there should Sarva Shiksha Abhijan, the national educational policy, they should be given more preferences, and they should be implement. A policy may be good, but if its implementation is bad, it is doomed for failure. So there should be total literacy, so can our national income, the per capita income of the people can increase, and people's life can develop for the better. And there should be people should be removed from poverty and population explosion that India is currently facing. In 2020 it crossed the billion mark, and so the schemes, however big they are, however ambitious they are, they cannot surpass the population. The population is so huge, it is second to China, and it is so huge that the family welfare policies need to be urgently need to be implemented. Otherwise we have some youngest population in the world, and our employment opportunities are low. We are not fulfilling the capacity that the resources have given to us. That could be one way, or there should be more self-employment opportunities, and also the family welfare programs. If population go endlessly goes on increasing, then it is harmful for our economy. Then, as democracy is a habit, not a gift. Why? This question is very common for a political science student. Faith in democracy and democratic living must be cultivated as our national way of life. So we should accept this not as a gift, but we should maintain it. We should maintain the democratic ideals of liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice, which are given in the preamble of our constitution. We should end violence against women. If the women, if you have seen the COVID-19 crisis, and women's participation has decreased so much, so that women are just locked up in their houses, and some even had to, they were desperate to quit their jobs. So we need to frame policies so that the female workforce is not left out of the population. Otherwise development is will be very difficult in our country. Now we, the people of India, can only make our nation successful. We have liberal democratic constitution, as you know. I will discuss it in another sessions, Indian constitution section. And here we have fundamental rights and freedom of press, media, political freedom to form political parties, interest groups, free and regular elections, responsible government. Rule of law means everybody is equal before law, and Indian democracy should favor democratic governance, means free and fair elections should be held, not the political say no to political violence. An effort should be made on parts of all groups. The government should be active, and plus the people should be active. Both cooperation is the requirement for the future of Indian democracy. Then only democracy can survive in India. Now, what is the future of Indian democracy? Future of Indian democracy means that we have been in a process. Our democracy has been meeting many challenges. We are some regions you have seen are politically unstable. It has also created security concerns for India, and there are some NGOs and cultural organizations and economic organizations. They really help India to, the people should work in a coordinated manner. to meet all challenges in the democracy. Now, first, what is the future of Indian democracy? We will have a stable and strong government. A government must, this is our vision, the future we are seeing, the vision of our India. The vision has started when we became independent after 1947, the midnight stroke, the Nehru's speech, Trust with Destiny. So you will hear this speech. This is very motivating and it will inspire you a sense of nationalism within you. Now, the evils of terrorism, I have told, political corruption should be removed, and it must be a transparent and accountable government. There should be political stability in different sectors of our economy, and government should play a proactive role in it. Now, there should be effective role of civil society. We need to arrange mass campaigns for the protection of human rights. If there are human rights violations, and we can stand up against state atrocities or against anti-social people if they are encroaching upon our fundamental rights. Although the parliament cannot amend our fundamental rights, and the basic features are to be kept. So this is one thing, important point. We need to remove drug addiction in our country. The political parties play an important role. There are many political parties and they are as diverse. We cannot name a particular left or right party. So they have their ideologies, but they are so diverse and they are suitable for the Indian democracy. Now, what they should do, that they must put on a behavior that is suitable. Means they should be democratic in nature, not autocratic. They should not do a power hungry approach or a caste ridden approach. The women reservation bill must be passed for protective discrimination against for women. 33% of seats should be reserved to women candidates. This have been effectively implemented in some states, and other states are also lacking. We should have, the last important point is, we should have full faith in democracy. Our democracy should not be like it is coming and going. It should not it should be in a proper manner. We should have unshakable faith in liberalism and democracy. The future, to conclude, the future, if people do not have faith, then it is the people. Things are there until people want. If people want, they have the utmost desire to keep democracy alive. Democracy will remain alive in India. Democracy will become more brighter and productive. The people must be united, motivated, and make a disciplined team with the government. The political success of Indian democracy can be done. How can we judge it? If there is social and economic improvement in the lives of the people, lives of the majority of the people. India is really a liberal democratic state, and it has also become a superpower because we are no less in the nuclear race, space race than other countries. We are too responsibly collaborating with other nations. If you take, for example, the COVID crisis, we have helped many countries with free vaccinations, and this is a part of our program, and we are becoming a superpower. Our vaccine diplomacy is a different thing, but it is also a part of our foreign affairs, and it is very important. So we are to become a superpower. I hope you found this video helpful. This is our end of the session for challenges to Indian democracy, and lastly ending with a vision, with a future of a bright democracy. Thank you for watching.